guys, who was gonna be the one to tell me that I say like and I feel like way too much? I was editing that last vlog and I couldn't even believe how annoyed I was getting with myself. So the goal for this one is to try and not say like or I feel like. There are many other words that I could choose besides that word. We are starting this vlog off in the TJ Maxx parking lot because I decided it was time. I was gonna do a junk journal or start a junk journal. I was in there for, it had to have been 45 minutes, close to, just wandering, and sometimes when I wander I feel that I'm being super sketchy and I have to, I don't know, I feel like I look suspicious. That's how I was feeling in there for some reason. I kept picking stuff up and then putting it back and coming back to it. It was one of those days where I found a handful of things that I really liked and caught my eye, and then I carried them around, and then in my head I said, you know what? You really don't need any of this. And I was looking for a different planter because one of my poor plants is not doing great. She is not thriving whatsoever, and so I needed, what I think I need is a bigger pot. So I tried to find a pot, but I'm tired of buying things that I need. So I do need another pot, but I don't want to settle for a pot that I don't love, which maybe sounds silly because it's just a pot, but there are these specific pots in, it's about 45 to an hour away, that I had gotten. Maybe it was just one pot, but I wish I would have gotten 5 or 6 of them just to have on hand because they are my perfect dream pot, and I don't need all the pots to match, but it would kind of be nice. Anyways, blabbering, to summarize, I walked out of TJ Maxx empty-handed, and then I need to stop at Home Depot and grab a gallon of paint because I think I'm gonna start painting the guest bedroom a little bit, which I have a vision and I hope it turns out, but I'm also losing steam. I get really excited to go out and run errands, and then I do the first one and I get back in the car and I'm like, that is enough. Okay, so the only thing I ended up getting was paint, which is fine because I really didn't need to buy anything else today. But we've got our paint and all of our paint supplies, and I will show you the current state of what is now going to be the guest room slash future kids room. This used to be my studio. My studio is now downstairs where the old guest bedroom used to be. So this is a pretty big space. Those are the baseboards that we have to put up on this floor, which we're doing next month. So that'll be good to get that done and out of here. But yeah, I just pretty much have the bed and a nightstand, rocking chair. I don't know if I'll keep this couch here. There's just nowhere else to put it right now, and I'm just storing baby things. Diapers, that's so strange to look at and just know I'm gonna be using those in less than 3 months. I didn't really want to buy any new bedding and really buy a whole lot for this room in general, but I wanted to do something fun with the paint. And at first I have this linen bedding from Brooklinen, and then I also have a dark emerald green linen bedding that I really like. So I was trying to decide between the green and the pink, but ultimately decided on the pink because it just makes this room feel bright and cozy and just a little girly, which, you know, is nice. I'm thinking, well, not thinking, I am painting this wall a little more than halfway up. I'll paint this color, and then we're gonna do, I don't know if you'd call it a chair rail, or it's basically gonna be like a big baseboard across this whole wall, because this wall is so long. We just need to liven it up a little bit, and so we'll do a chair rail, and I'm gonna put pegs in that railing piece so that I can hang stuff from it. I have an inspiration picture from Pinterest. Maybe I'll put it up on the screen, but I think it's really cute. And then we're gonna do eventually this wallpaper going up. So the wallpaper won't be covering the entire wall, just about maybe the top third of the wall. And I think that'll be cute. Maybe eventually switch out those curtains for something a little bit cuter. I don't know what, but I'm just trying to have low pressure with this room because it doesn't need to be perfect, especially right away. It's only going to be a guest bedroom, and as much as I want a perfect cozy guest bedroom and I want it to be cute, it doesn't matter right now. It's not priority. So we're just going to take it one step at a time, and step one is painting. It's getting a little late, so the lighting is off a bit, but the first coat is done and dry, so I'm about to go in with the second coat, and I just really like this color. I think it's pretty, and this room definitely needed a pop of some sort of color. I don't know if we'll actually go as high as where the paint ends up here, but it definitely won't be like an even 50-50. It'll be more paint and less wallpaper, but because I think I want the peg rail to be more eye level. I think that makes sense with the pegs if I'm going to be hanging things off of it, so I don't know, we'll see. But I wanted to give myself enough room just in case for some reason we want to go that high, but I really do love it and it's making me excited, and I hope this girly loves pink because she'll be getting pink for a while. While I was waiting for my paint to dry, I made some pumpkin bread. This is a recipe from Ambitious Kitchen. It's pretty much always the one I make, and it's amazing. I almost made pumpkin donuts, but I figured pumpkin bread is a nice way to ease into fall, and then once it's officially fall, that's when I'll start with the donuts. But can't wait to have a slice of that after I put on the second coat of paint. That is my reward. This is my poor little pothos plant. I'm not a plant expert, so I don't know how to pronounce the names, but she's very sad. So I don't really know what to do. It sounded like there were too many vines going, like it was just too crowded. So maybe I'll try to split them. I don't know if that is the right thing to do, but I guess we have to experiment. Like, can I replant this in a different pot and it'll grow better? I don't know. I do not know. I just don't know if there's any hope for this one. I hope there is, but at least my pilia is thriving. I'm pretty sure this is like the easiest to keep alive, but we're doing it. This guy started off really small and I split him, so he has a sibling and he is also thriving. So I will be proud of that plant.
Today I'm working on a recipe, and it's in partnership with Country Fresh, which I love working with them. This is fall themed, pumpkin. I'm not even gonna say anything else until it gets posted because I don't want to ruin the surprise, but it's gonna be really good and so festive, perfect for any of your fall gatherings, if you're getting together with friends or a fun date night, movie night, anything like that. And it's gonna be very simple. And I'm excited to test it and eat it because this is just right up my alley and I love cottage cheese. I'm gonna test that right now, and I'm trying to be good about being very, very precise on my measurements. I mean, I usually am in terms of like measuring with cups and tablespoons and whatnot, but I'm gonna actually weigh everything too and measure everything in grams so it can be very specific and there's no room for error. I think my BeReal just went off. Whatever, good enough. I only have like 3 friends on BeReal anyway, it doesn't matter. Oh goodness. Alrighty, time for the initial taste test. Texture is great. Love blended cottage cheese. It's just amazing. It's really good. I feel like it's missing something, and I think that something is good old pure maple syrup. We need to add a little bit of that in here. Yeah, because right now all the sweetness is coming from the vanilla protein, which is good, but we need some real sugar, I think, just a little bit. And the maple syrup kind of gives it a nice, almost smoky flavor. It's funny how easy it is to just weigh ingredients. In my mind, I used to make a big deal about it, but it's really very simple. Yeah, that's good. That's what it needed. I love cottage cheese. Why is it so good? You can do so much with it. And how much protein is in a serving? 12 grams of protein in a serving. I need to figure out how much protein will be in this since I added the protein powder too, but I'm all about finding ways to sneak in protein because come meal time, lunch, dinner, breakfast, I'm good with protein. But lunch and dinner, I get snacky and I definitely lean towards carbs and carbs. So any way that I can sneak in more protein is a win. Reed had a fantasy football draft party yesterday here and love him to death, but I don't know how many doors got left open or what happened, but today there seemed to be just 10 to 20 flies flying around. We swatted a few last night before bed, and now today they're swarming around me. So if you see flies in any of these clips, we're not disgusting, I promise. I really try to keep my house clean and it's fine. But you know what they say, you kill one and how many more appear? 3, 4? I'm really feeling that because every time I turn around, they're either flying around me or they're on the ceiling or
something, but oh well. I'm gonna work on putting together this recipe card for what I just tested, and shouldn't take me too long, but just a little thing that I can easily check off the list and lots of fresh in my brain. So I'm gonna do that quick. We are making our first soup of the season. It's September 3rd and it's still a little warm out. It's about, I don't know, 74, which isn't bad at all. So I decided that I couldn't wait any longer. This weekend, I believe on Saturday, the high is, I think, 58, 59. I really hope that doesn't change because that is going to be incredible. And just listen to that bubbling. It's so good. I am making chicken pot pie soup, and I made some just quick homemade biscuits on the side. This recipe is from Ambitious Kitchen, which I make all of her recipes, and her cookbook is actually coming out, I think, in about 2 weeks, and I am patiently waiting my copy. I'm very excited. We are just waiting for the soup to finish. I need to make sure that you don't care about the soup. You really don't care about the soup. You just need to know that it's chicken pot pie soup and it's amazing. And anything chicken pot pie is my favorite in the fall. I already made a chicken pot pie casserole dish. I'm making this soup. I'll probably make just a regular chicken pot pie. I saw on Facebook or something the other day chicken pot pie bites. They kind of looked like pizza rolls, except they were filled with chicken pot pie, and I thought that could be really fun to make and possibly really easy to freeze postpartum. So maybe we'll make something like that too coming up here in a little bit, but just patiently waiting.
It's a whole new chapter. It's very fun. I really like, obviously, just like furnishing it all and doing our landscaping.
Time to start shooting my Country Fresh shoot. It took a lot longer than I thought it would to set up. This is one of those where I don't have to cook anything, and so I assumed it would be quick and smooth and easy, but everything has just been taking a really long time to prep, but we're finally ready to start shooting. Up here on the chair, finishing up this shoot. It's great. But I think we're about done. I'm gonna get a few more extra shots just in case I need a little bit of extra footage when I'm editing the final video, but other than that, pretty much done. I'm working on a little project this evening. This is a shelf that I found at a thrift shop, and it was painted or stained blue or something, but I was looking for one like this for the nursery corner above the changing table, and it's just exactly what I was looking for. I was so excited when I found it, and we thought that we could just strip it and get the paint off, and my mom was working really hard on it, but the blue is just seeped into the wood. So I decided that we're just gonna spray paint it this heirloom white, and this will match the tones of the prints that will also be hanging on the wall. So I think it'll still be really pretty, but yeah, that was kind of crazy that this blue is just soaked into the wood, but nothing a little spray paint can't fix, and spray paint is really simple, so who am I to complain? So let's get painting, shall we? I need to be sure I'm spraying away from the wind. It is so windy today. Last thing I need is to spray paint and have it come right back on me. I'm not really sure how to feel about that. Well, I guess we'll see. First coat has been applied. I feel like I shouldn't have done it in the grassy area because the wind is blowing and little grass pieces are getting stuck, but I'll just deal with that later. My friend Molly introduced me to this combo, combining cream soda and orange squeeze, because it tastes like the orange cream, I think is what they called it. It had the like orange creamsicle popsicle ice cream bar on the front of the can, and I believe maybe it was limited edition or you can only get it online. Either way, they have these at our grocery store. So she mixed these two and it was super yummy. So that's my little drink treat for tonight. We are mixing these two. I love the cream soda by itself. The orange squeeze is okay. The orange cream is just elite in my opinion, but together these two are amazing. I love Olipop. It makes me wonder if their orange cream flavor is literally those two flavors just combined, because this is a great hack. I might like this combo better than just the grape Olipop. That one is by far my favorite, but this might be hard to beat. A splash of milk or cream might be really good in this. We might be onto something here. Happy Monday. I've been getting really bad at finishing out these vlogs or saying bye, see you next time. But I had a really nice weekend. Reed was in Arizona actually all weekend visiting a friend, and so I was just here alone with the pups. And Friday night a friend came over to hang out for a little bit after I dropped him off at the airport. And then Saturday I did a lot of work. I always like working when he's gone. I can get so much done when it's just me here alone. Obviously I love when he's here on the weekends too and we can do stuff, but it is nice when sometimes during the week I just have days where I can't work as much, especially now going to my OB appointments out of town very, very often now at this point. It's just nice to be able to get some work done on the weekends. So did some work on Saturday, and then I went to Full Circle Cafe with my parents, and it was my first time going there. They're actually closing at the end of the year for good, and it's a bummer because it was really yummy. I had a hot turkey and Swiss and then homemade tomato bisque, and then we split a maple pumpkin donut, a snickerdoodle sandwich filled with pumpkin buttercream, and cinnamon roll bread pudding, which I'm not really a bread pudding person, but that was amazing, and I'm thinking I want to try to recreate that for Christmas this year. It was really, really good. So I'll put that on my list for this Christmas to do. So that was Saturday, and then yesterday I got a shoot done and edited that, and then my mom and I went to a pumpkin patch, or I don't know if you would call it a pumpkin patch, just like a farm. They have corn maze and a bunch of stuff for kiddos in the fall, and they just have a lot of variety when it comes to pumpkins. And for my baby shower in October, we're looking for kind of the pastel
green and orange pumpkins, and they had a ton. We didn't get any yet, but we'll definitely go back there and pick some pumpkins up because they were so pretty. And yeah, overall it was a really fun weekend, and now I'm just editing this vlog to get it up, and then I'm gonna go pick up Reed from the airport and probably just chill out the rest of the night. So that's about all for this one. And I was hoping to get a little more done in terms of the guest bedroom and just fun projects, but we're slowly making progress. And so over the next vlog or two, I should be able to show final things being done, which I'm excited for, because now we're just in limbo, but that's okay. That's just how it works. It just takes time. So I will see you next time, and thank you for watching. Bye.